Welcome back to Flop Shots with Dane. Last Sunday when watching coverage of the PGA Tour, I saw Justin Rose do something really cool. He was on the 72nd hole, last hole of the tournament, and he made eagle from in front of the green using a fairway wood. He was about 20 yards from the hole, and I had to roll the ball through some pretty choppy fairway cut grass. So rather than chip, I'm only assuming that he chose not to chip because he didn't trust the lie, didn't like probably the grass growing back into him a little bit. So he's into the grain, it's kind of choppy, probably a little wet. So he elected to go with the 3-wood. And he hit it like he would a putt. You don't want to hit this really hard because the loft of the face is going to get the ball up above the tops of the grass much more quickly than if you putted it. So the ball doesn't stick in the grass and then pop out like it would if you were using a putter. You just have to be careful that you don't try to hit this really hard. It's still more of a putt. I'm setting up like I would with a putter in that I'm choking down and getting the shaft more vertical. I've got the ball back in my stance a little bit, so I make sure that I hit the ball first, which is key on any chip like this. And I'm going to try to put the same amount of effort into it that I do a putt. And that ball is, well, I didn't make it like Justin did, but I can putt that in. All right. I have one more option for using the fairway wood or even a hybrid, and that's on a downslope above the hole location out of the rough, where it's really hard to hit a wedge gently enough to not have the ball go too far. We'll look at that next. And here we are at the second situation. Downhill out of the rough, the ball isn't sitting particularly nicely, and a lot of times we get nervous because we're worried that if we hit the ball too hard, it's going to go too far and roll off the front of the green. So then I get nervous and then I try to hit it too soft, and I can't make myself swing at it. I don't have enough confidence to get it going fast enough, the club head going fast enough to make the ball go anywhere. Well, if we go back to the same idea of the fairway wood from this location, I can strike this with the smoothness of a putt, and the rounded nature of the fairway wood or the hybrid, it keeps them from getting stuck in the rough. So I can swing smoothly, even if the ball's sitting down in the rough, and still feel like I'm hitting it like a putt from this distance. And the ball comes out and it rolls with the same amount of speed of a putt. And that first shot that I hit is off the front of the green. This one rolled, well, it rolled 5-6 feet by, but I still feel a lot more confident hitting this putt with the 3-wood or the 5-wood than I would trying to hit a wedge from this position. In fact, that one's even got a chance to go in. And it did.